Hello, and welcome back to Operation Black Eagle. It is turn 6 for the Italians. The Italians have 10 IPP. They're going to buy 2 Colonial and an infantry, I wish. A militia. Yeah. We have 1 undamaged major factory. So we're going to go for Amphibious Doctrine. And here we go. That is a 7. Getting the light maybe for you guys. But okay, so Amphibious Doctrine, I think a 7's good. Yep, barely. It's the last one, it's a 7. So Amphibious Doctrine is stage 2. Okay, the Italians decided to join the war now and have some fun. So we got a bunch of attacks going on here. We'll see if this is a good play or not. Good play, but okay. So from Italian Somaliland, the Colonial, the Fighter, and the light armor, along with a Colonial from Abyssinia. And then as long as that's done in its right time, the light armor and the Fighter are going to blitz into Rhodesia. And then the Fighter will land later. Cavalry from Abyssinia, I'm going to walk into Sudan and take that. So that was an easy one. From Abyssinia, artillery, infantry, cavalry, and colonial up into Nubia. That is desert, so there'll all be a -1 for that. And then the last, no, not the last one. So the Navy and M4, all the surface ships are going to go to M8, along with infantry and marine from northern Italy in the transport and battleship. Going to go 1, 2, 3 to M8, and they are going to drop off into western Egypt, do an amphibious assault. I will have a battleship and a heavy cruiser in bombardment. Then the 2 colonial infantry and motorized from Cyrenaica will go into western Egypt. And then the 3 coastal subs will raid the line, and the seaplane will come down 1, 2, go on map, and raid the line. So I'm hoping between all that we can get what we need and take those $6 away from the British. But we'll see what happens here. So yeah, let's start with the raiding. So I got the British and Italian dice, so it's easy to do. So we'll start with the seaplane. The seaplane gets a +0, so it's just straight up. And so we take 1, 5 to 4. So we're just going to mark that right here so we remember. Okay, we got 1 so far. Let's do the regular sub. So this is a +2. So that's a 5 and a 2. So that is 3 more. So that takes us to 4. Now we have 3 coastals that are a +1. So there is the last 2 we need. So that's 6. And we'll just roll the last, even though it doesn't matter, we'll roll the last 2 out. Geez, there was 6 right there by itself, or 5 right there by itself, and that one would have been a wash. Okay, so we took the full $6 off that line. Doing some of the dirty work of the Germans for them, so British will be down 6 IPP for the line. Okay. And I will put the convoy markers underneath them. I totally forgot about them before the turn started. Okay, so in western Egypt, we have a battleship at a 4 and a heavy cruiser at a 2. Blue is 4, red is 2 for the bombard. Oh, sorry guys, I totally forgot. These planes were coming with them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're able to land because they have the air base gives them a range of 5, so they're good to go. So we got those 2 too. But let's start with the bombards. Looking for 1 hit. Okay, double 7s is no good. Okay, so then we're gonna have 4. There's actually 6 out of 1, and I ain't bringing enough white dice over. So 6 out of 1 will be the red and white dice. And the fighter will be green. And I forgot, let me grab a tactical die. A black die for tactical. Okay. And the black will be a 7. So looking for 1 hit. Okay, the fighter hit, and that was the only thing that hit the whole entire thing. So, okay, the fighter got the hit we needed. So he has 1 militia coming back at a 2. And he misses, thankfully. Okay, so Western Egypt is now Italian. With 2 colonials, 2 infantry, a motorized, and a marine. And that one is worth $1. So Italy is up to 11, and the British are down to 25. Okay, Nubia. We have an artillery that's a 3 down to a 2. So let's roll the artillery first strike. That is an 8. That is no good. Then we're going to have a boosted infantry at 2. A cavalry down to a 2. And a colonial at a 1. So we have 2 2s and a 1. And no hits there. And he's going to have 1. We're going to roll his militia at a 2. So we can roll everything together after this round. So militia at a 2. That's a 4. So let's roll everything together. The red are the 2s. White is a 1. And yellow is his militia at a 2. Nothing. There's a 7. No good. So round 3. Round 3. Nope. Round 4. And there's our hit. We got a 2. So we got a hit. So this militia is dead. We take Nubia with a cavalry, infantry, colonial, and artillery. Take this off. Take this off. That one's also worth $1. These are all done. Boom. Boom. Okay, those are all done. Okay, so Italy goes from 11 to 12. British go from 25 to 24. Okay, now we have not a desert, thankfully. So we have 2 colonial at a 2. We have a light armor at a 3. And a fighter at a 6. Okay, round 1. Okay, the fighter got the hit, thankfully. And he's got 1 militia in return. That's an 8, so that's no good. So that militia is dead. That is worth nothing. And then the light armor and the fighter are going to blitz into Rhodesia. So I have 1 out of 3 and 1 out of 6. And the artillery or the light armor hit. The fighter missed. So we got the hit we needed. And then he's got 1 out of 4. And that's a 9. So that's no good. So we take Rhodesia with a light armor. And that is worth $1. Okay. So Italy moves up to 13. And British move down to 23. If you notice, I got 2 rushing because the red one is they're collecting income and the other one is where they'll be once they're at full production. So I don't have to count up later. Okay, non-combat movement. The fighter went 2 spaces, so he's going to fly back to Italian Somaliland. The fighter and tactical have 1 movement left that went to Western Egypt. They are going to land in Tobruk with their last space of movement. And the seaplane will go 1, 2 back to Rome. The entire British fleet, except for one TBD, is going to go into port. So that will be a battleship, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, and a transport are all going to go into port. I'll find an import marker later to mark that. Into Western Egypt. Helping to fortify that up a little bit. And I think that is it for non-combat movement. No, we're going to do one more. We're going to move the mountain infantry from Sicily. He's going to do the bridgey thingy here and go to southern Italy. Okay. Well, we're going to place our units now. We're going to place the militia in Sardinia. Oh, one more non-combat. I'm blind, guys. Infantry from Tripolitania is going to go to Cyrenaica. If I didn't have these markers, guys, I would lose my mind. So, colonial infantry in Cyrenaica and colonial infantry in Italian Somaliland. So, let's collect some money and then do a quick disposition. I'm locking down the dude in Cape Town there. Let's put him back up there for him. Okay. So, we are at 13. I do not think we get any wartime bonuses yet because Gibraltar... Oh, no. We will get the warship in the Mediterranean one this turn. Okay, so that's $2 and we don't have the Suez Canal. So we will collect 15 for next turn. Let's do a quick disposition. Income, Italy's at 13. The British are down to 23. Amphibious Doctrine is up to stage 2. And northern Italy has 2 infantry, militia, in the mountain. Rome has infantry, militia, seaplane. Sardinia has a militia. Laszlo has a militia. Southern Italy has a mountain and a militia. Tripoli has a militia. Cyrenaica has an infantry and a colonial. Tobruk has fighter, tactical, militia. Western Egypt has 2 colonial, 2 infantry, marine, and motorized, and the entire fleet, for the most part, in port, except for there's a TBD in M8, and all the subs are on convoy duty in M4. We did 6 damage to the British line. Nubia has a cavalry, infantry, colonial, and artillery. Sudan has a cavalry. Tanganyika has 2 colonial. Rhodesia has a light armor. Italian Somaliland has a colonial fighter and a militia. I believe that is it. If you guys have any questions, please ask, and we will see you all next year. Have a good one, guys.